that friend who's really possessive of her stuff? Yeah, I know one too. But in the interest of decorum, we won't call her out by name. Just like in the real world, the grammar world has its own possessive friend, the apostrophe. Yeah, that's right. I'm talking about you, apostrophe. In this lesson, we'll get better acquainted with the apostrophe and go through its correct usage, as well as what to look out for when it comes to apostrophe questions on the ACT. For a quick review, the apostrophe is a punctuation mark that shows ownership and possession. For example, if we mention Bobby's book, the apostrophe indicates possession. Apostrophes are also used to represent omitted letters and contractions. We can take the sentence, Bobby is here, and change it to the contraction, Bobby's here, by adding an apostrophe. Now, let's take a look at an example problem similar to what you might see on the test. Since its inception, the European Union has grown in size. Our answer choices are A, no change, B, its, ITS, C, its, IT apostrophe S, and D, Europe's, with an S but no apostrophe. Now, are we looking for the possessive use of an apostrophe, or an apostrophe used to create a contraction? We need a possessive apostrophe, because we're talking about the inception and size of the European Union. ITS, followed by an apostrophe, isn't a word, so we can cross off answer choice A, no change. Choice D, Europe's, isn't a possessive, nor is it a contraction, so we can eliminate it too. Since answer choice C, IT apostrophe S, is the contraction for it is, we can eliminate that as well. We're left with answer choice B, ITS, which is the correct possessive its. Knowing exactly where to place the apostrophe can be difficult at times. The ACT may give you several versions of the same phrase with apostrophes in different places. What do? Here's a simple strategy for dealing with these types of questions. Suppose you have the phrase, the woman's book. Where do you place the apostrophe? The trick is to draw a box around the subject. The apostrophe goes outside the box. In this phrase, the subject is the woman. The correct phrase is, the woman's book, with the apostrophe after the N and before the S. So, we've got singular nouns covered. Now, let's take a look at plural nouns. You'll be happy to know that apostrophes work the same way with plural nouns as they do with singular ones. In the plural phrase, the students' notebooks, you still draw the box around the subject. This time the subject is students. The apostrophe goes outside that box. Just note that you definitely don't use two S's. So what about a plural noun that doesn't end in the letter S? The same strategy works. Say we have the women's books. Simply put the box around women and add your apostrophe to get the women apostrophe S books, the women's books. Let's go through one last scenario. How to indicate possession when you have a double subject. Let's say two friends, Jay and Sandeep, are roommates in the same house. How would we express this with the possessive? We could say, Jay's house and Sandeep's house is on Elm Street. But this is pretty awkward. Let's fix this by showing joint possession. Place the apostrophe after the second noun only. We can remove the first mention of house because we're talking about joint possession of one house. Jay and Sandeep's house is on Elm Street. Dropping the first mention of house and using the possessive apostrophe corrects the sentence. It's all pretty simple, right? Just remember to draw a box around the subject when you're not sure, and always double check if the question is asking for a contraction or a possessive apostrophe.